I'm back with another video about the Dice Dome of Doom. This time I'm going to show you how you can use the Dice Dome of Doom to play a really fun, fairly easy to learn but challenging to master strategy game called Heroscape. This particular set happens to be a Dungeons & Dragons version of it, which I like a lot because I'm a big D&D fan. Now, Heroscape is a perfect game for a concept like the Dice Dome of Doom. I kind of wish the domes were a little bit bigger, maybe 4 inches across instead of 2, to give a little more room. But if you shake it and put it down right, it still works pretty well. Most of the time you get them to be fairly flat. You can still tell it's 2 skulls, 1 shield, and nothing. I would call that roll 3 shields and nothing. But the reason why this is so useful is because in Heroscape you use a lot of dice. You have a whole handful of them. Anywhere between 3 and 4, sometimes 2, depending on how powerful your creature is. For example, Heroscape, the Black Dragon here, has a defense of 3 and an attack of 4. So if I was attacking with Heroscape, I would have to roll 4 dice. And they fly all over the place. And they might go on the floor, they might get mixed up with my opponent's dice, which is not good, because the dice all look the same. They all have the same symbols on all the sides. And if I'm over here shaking my dice, I might knock something out of place, knock something over, which is not good. So, Dice Dome of Doom to the rescue. Put them in there. Now, I've got my characters here. One side has Heroscape, the Black Dragon. In this case, the other side has Brandis Skyhunter. And like DDM, I mentioned in another video, Dungeons & Dragons Miniatures, you can have many characters on the same side. You could have 3 or 4 guys in your warband. I'm just going to show you with 2 to make things quick and simple. Let's say, for example, that Brandis is going to attack Heroscape. So his attack is, he rolls 3 dice to attack, and he has to beat defense of 3 on Heroscape. So, in this game, in Heroscape, both players roll dice every turn. So you could have, 8 dice flying around. So that can be quite a bit. So I'm going to roll for Brandis. His attack is 3, so I have to pick 3. In this case, I would use 2 skulls and 1 blank. That's his attack. Heroscape's defense now is 3. Well, he got a good defense. He got all 3 shields. So he would basically win that encounter and not take any damage. Now, it's his turn. Now Heroscape will attack Brandis. He got 3 skulls. He has an attack of 4. He got 3 skulls and 1 shield. In the attacks, the shields don't do anything. They just don't let you have another skull. Now Brandis must defend himself with 3 dice. Not very good defense there, Brandis. He only got 1 shield, so he takes damage. In this case, he takes 1 damage, I believe. Yes, he takes 1 damage. So then you remove one of his counters. But that's Heroscape in a nutshell. The main point being that this concept works really good for games that need a lot of dice. Because instead of having them scattered all over the table, you've got them right there. Now if you just put 3 dice in there instead of the 4, then it would work even better. then it would lay a little more flat. But you can see how even 4 dice, most of the time you can see really well what your roll is. So there is the Dice Dome of Doom concept being used in Heroscape.